Hello and welcome back to the Movie Attic. I'm Mike, and as you can tell, this is the attic where I discuss and review movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks for all the nice people out there in YouTube land. Today's big episode is actually a small episode. It's an update of my first episode, which of course is terrible. It was my first episode, of course, so... But anyway, it was of the 4K release of 1954's Gojira. At the time, like I said, this 4K release I thought was a really nice upgrade over the Blu-ray, previous Blu-ray versions. Of course, the update, most of you probably already know, Criterion is releasing a 4K release of this. And the only difference, of course, or one of the differences, is it will have English subtitles, which this version did not have. I don't believe the US version of Godzilla is going to be on the 4K disc. I think it's just the Japanese version. And I think it's the exact same transfer as this, unless they're going to let Criterion mess around with what they've already done for that release. Like I said before, this movie and the second Godzilla movie were the only two shot in black and white. This movie has extreme brightness and whites and extreme darkness. So this 4K, I think, balanced that out a lot better. For some reason, it seemed like every other shot was like a huge bright light shining from one direction. Even the scenes with Godzilla, in the water or in the city, it seemed like there was a light source coming from somewhere that you could see. Part of the suit lit up. The other part of it was dark and you couldn't hardly see it. Like I said, I thought that 4K release did a good job of trying to balance that out, because the whites seemed way overblown, and for some reason it seemed like everybody in the movie was wearing a white shirt. But hey, I'm not a filmmaker, as you can probably tell. So anyway, on top of that update, I thought, why not just show all the Showa era 4Ks that I picked up over the past year, Japanese releases. So without further ado, we have, of course, Godzilla vs. King Kong on 4K. As you can see, it's a wider box and you get a bunch of extra stuff with it. Of course, you get the 4K case, and it's got a 4K disc. You also get this book, which is it's actually a comic, and it's in Japanese, so of course I can't read it. You also get this book, which luckily this book is mainly pictures, and I can read them. So I thought that was a nice upgrade over the previous release. But like I've said previous, none of these releases have English subtitles. For those of you who don't speak Japanese, this might not be a very good purchase. Next up, we have Gojira, the three-headed monster. Again, I thought it was an excellent upgrade over the previous release. Then we have Invasion of the Astro Monster. Also another great upgrade over the Blu-ray release. And last, but not least, because I watched this movie the most as a kid in the 70s and early 80s, Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. It's a comfort movie for me. brings me back to my childhood. And like all the other ones, I thought it was a great upgrade over the previous releases. I don't believe any of these releases have HDR. None of them have English subtitles, although I did hear or read somewhere where if you have a certain kind of 4K player, there is a way to get subtitles. But as you can tell from this channel and these episodes, I'm not very technologically advanced. So if you are, you might be able to get subtitles for these movies. All of them were bought on Amazon with free international shipping, except for this one. This one I actually picked up on eBay from a seller, I think, that was in Texas. There is 2 other releases. There is Godzilla vs. Mothra on 4K and Godzilla Destroy All Monsters on 4K. But again, they were not on Amazon with the free international shipping, and I did not find them on eBay anywhere from a seller in the US. Because I don't know how all that import fee works, but there was a pile of them, shipped from Japan. I just didn't want a chance owing a big pile of money on something, as small as this without subtitles. But if you have any of these releases or you've seen any of these 4K transfers, let me know down in the comments section what you think of them. Like I said, I think they were nice upgrades over the Blu-ray sets. I don't know when or if Criterion will be coming out with a big box set of all the Showa era Godzilla movies in 4K. I don't believe all these movies, the Showa era movies, are out in 4K yet, so it could be a while. And also, if you're planning on picking up the Criterion 4K of Godzilla, let me know down in the comments section what your thoughts about that are, or if you're picking it up. So, until next time, when hopefully I'll have a movie to review and not just rehash some old stuff, thanks so much for watching, and see you next time I'm in the attic. Thanks so much. Bye.